Greg Forrest's Grammar of Games reshapes the fundamental framework for essential and meaningful engagement and skill transfer within health and physical education. It reimagines the landscape and domain knowledge, highlighting a more holistic approach to health and physical education. The Grammar of Games represents a shift in content knowledge within PE environments, taking a multifaceted approach. This innovative framework unites and interconnects the different areas of content and provides a structure to allow for a more complete understanding and application of skills. At its core, the Grammar of Games encompasses four pivotal concepts, being decision making, strategy and tactics, movement, skills execution, and communication and concentration. These all form the foundations of a new integrated approach to engaging and excelling in varied movement contexts. Modified 3-on-3 volleyball falls under the traditional context of the category of net wall court. This small-sided game looks to promote movement context and enhance students' transfer across contexts for a greater number of learners through other net wall court games like volleyball, tennis, ping pong, and badminton. The objectives of these games on offense is to place the ball where the opposition cannot return it, and defensively is to counteract this and place yourself in a position where you can return it. The primary rules for this game set the parameters for the game and introduce students to more deliberate play to enable a better transfer of learning. Within this video, I will be critically analysing stimulus from a modified 3-vs 3 game and apply concepts of the Grammar of Games to break it down. Decision making can provide educators with an indication as to a student's knowledge and understanding of how to read the play. As educators, we can observe the intent of the learner through their actions and observe their game sense through their interactions and ability to take advantage of their opponent's mistakes. In regards to the team with possession, within this frame, the individual receiving the ball has multiple decisions to make. These are if to catch the ball or hit the ball straight over the net, where to place the ball, if they are going to set up the teammate for a spike, or to hit the ball over the net. Their teammates are thinking of getting off the court, the individual's capacity to hit the ball, the team's strategy, their role within the strategy, how to return the ball, who to throw to, looking at the teammates and the position of the teammates and opposition, seeing if they are ready to receive the ball or take advantage of opposition's mistakes, how they believe the opposition will return the ball, the opposition's configuration, and the movement after the shot. Within the clip, the player has used individual tactics of deception as she hits the ball on the second shot of the play and went directly over the net, taking her opponents by surprise as they expected her to catch the ball and set it up for a teammate. The individual has identified the poor gameplay configuration of the opposition as they are not very spread out, only covering the front of the court, not occupying much space, and increasing the opponent's play space where they can hit the ball. The individual possesses the individual resources and cognitive map to execute a shot to place it where the opponent can't return the shot toward the end of the court. The individual has adapted her individual strategy to combat the opposition's gameplay configuration. The posture and position of her teammate to the left shows that he's not ready to receive the ball. So she has read this and opted to hit the ball straight over, playing it safe as well. The individual has used team strategy by identifying the numbers of the opposing team and used collective strategy of the team, which is tailored to the objectives of the game to prevent the opposing team from being able to return the ball back. The offensive team has displayed a strong competency network, identifying which players are valuable at each position by placing someone who's good at reading the play as the first receiver, as she can decide whether to keep the defensive team accountable and hold their structure, or give it off to the player who has the greatest vertical jump on the team, being the guy in the black shirt. The team without possession's aim is to place themselves into a position where they can't effectively return the ball. The team's gameplay configuration is impacting upon their ability to be successful, as they are only taking up a tiny space, allowing the opposition the ability to return the ball over the head. The individual is showing positive posture and position, as she is in a balanced, ready stance to return the ball if necessary. Within the play, there is a breakdown in communication on the defensive side, as each teammate expects the other person to return the ball. This has led to a breakdown in the play, ultimately leading to the team losing the point. Following the point, the individual on the offensive team displays both verbal and non-verbal communication, however. She displays verbal communication by speaking to her teammates, analysing the play by ensuring that they won't lose the point the same way the other team did. She then displays non-verbal communication by gesturing to her teammates to cover the play space. This communication displays the individual's awareness of the game and displays her understanding of the game as she looks to cover the majority of the effective play space, and shows how she uses collective team strategy to give themselves a greater chance at returning the serve. Strategy and tactic inform educators on students' abilities to understand and identify ways for them to adapt their playing style, to increase the likeliness of them winning the point and being successful. Strategy and tactics for the individual with the ball currently involve individual strategy. This refers to her role in the team strategy based on what she has and her ability. The team strategy refers to where the individual will go to fulfill her role after her pass, being off the court and then back on. Mobility refers to where the spaces are within the opposition gameplay configuration, which can be attacked from a strategy point of view to benefit the team. For example, in this clip, the back two corners are where the most space is. Another is what tactical adjustments will she make? Will she surprise them and hit it straight back over? And the final one is deception. Will she use it, or will she just set the play up on her side? Now that the individual has chosen where to pass it, she needs to get off the court as part of the primary rules. Her role now is to get prepared for the next shot. So to do this, she must abruptly get off the court and get back on as quickly as possible and resume her place in the team's defensive gameplay configuration, in which she must cover as much space as possible. Now that the individual is off the court, her teammates displays the individual strategy of deception by looking like he is going to hit the ball to the left side of the court, manipulating the oppositional behaviour, providing fake non-verbal cues. His opponent then attempts to read his non-verbal communication. His opponent then looks to his right, also communicating with both verbal and non-verbal cues to his teammate, as evidenced by his right hand telling her to move over. The attacker now, reacting to this change in the opposition's spacing, has employed the individual strategy of deception by adjusting his hand to place the ball to the open space, manipulating his opponent's movements by taking advantage of his eagerness and anticipation. The attacker has used non-verbal communication to his advantage by opening his body up, making it look like he was going to hit the ball to the open side, but has changed to hitting it across his body to the near side, to the space. This has displayed the attacker's ability to read the defense's non-verbal cues as well, as he has read the defender going towards his right, hitting it in the opposite way. Communication and concentration is beneficial to teachers as it gives teachers an indication of students' abilities to read relevant cues to benefit themselves and teammates. As educators, we can view the learner's intent through their actions in play, viewing this through how they can read and anticipate play through interactions with others and their cognitive map. Within the first clip, the individual in the pink displays concentration by tracking the flight of the ball in order to effectively catch the ball and set up for the following play. The individual had to move from her spot in the blue circle to the ball drop zone marked by the X. The individual listened to verbal cues by her teammate in the white hat that it was her responsibility to catch the ball. The individual had positive posture and position, being in an athletic stance ready to run and catch the ball if it was necessary. She also read the cues that it was going to land in her area of the court by judging the flight and direction of the serve, leading to her being able to put herself in a position to effectively catch the ball. Once in possession of the ball, the student double bobs the ball using non-verbal communication to signal to her teammate to come closer and get in a better position in order to receive the ball. By doing this, the individual examined her teammate's posture and position and deemed it wasn't in a beneficial position to receive the ball, using her decision-making skills. By getting her to come closer, it allows her to play into her role of being able to execute what is in with her individual competency, and also demonstrates game awareness, as if she passed the ball to her teammate, she would be standing in an illegal area, leading to the opposing receiving the point. Following the point, the individual in the pink delivered it to her teammate, and then following within the rules of the game, relocated to the outside, preparing to go back into the team's gameplay configuration and guard space ready to defend, playing into the team's collective strategy. However, within this clip, her teammate failed to execute the setup, resulting in the opposition team receiving the point. To conclude, this audio-visual demonstration has displayed an understanding of how specific concepts and contexts apply to the grammar of games and how they interact with each other within modified 3-on-3 volleyball.